Pure BMF 13-inch barrel with an incremental load. Something new that Pure has been marketing with some of their bats. USSSA approved 26-ounce, two-piece composite barrel, composite handle. Y'all know the deal. Back out here on the baseball field, it's 315 in the corners, and basically by the time it gets to the light poles, it's 350, and then it's 350 in dead center. Hitting a mix of balls, 52s, 44s, Pro M's, BP Rockets. Let's see what Spencer's got hitting into the wind today. Let's go. So again, I do want to give a huge shout out to Pure for making this video possible for us. This one made the trip out to see Adam. The Fat Guy BP, like I mentioned, he got a couple hundred swings on it, and then we're going to get started with our swings here. I did forget to mention that the temperature is about 65-ish degrees. I'm going to say probably a little bit on the lower end. It just depends on what time of day you catch the thermometer, right? Nice little touch of a breeze blowing basically straight in from that light pole that you're looking at there in right center. Mixed bag of balls for the video. Evil BP 52 pluses, 52 300 game balls, Deadly Thunder ZN Pro M's, BP Rockets. Just a little bit of everything for this thing. Just to kind of let you take in the sights and sounds of the bats here a little bit and then kind of hear us blab about it for a minute, I'm going to hush up and let you check out the first part of the video. And then after we do our close-ups and kind of talk about the compression stuff, we'll come back and give you some final thoughts on this thing.
Ball. That sounded like it didn't hurt, though.
It's stiff.
The other one kind of had a higher pitch. There it is. Is that a hardcore? Yeah. There was the one that like rattled your hands, but like you still felt like it was barrel.
Yeah.
Like if it's not up here, if it's still barrel like in here, you feel it a lot.
But it goes though. It goes like you screwed it, you know? Yeah.
It just there's a and that could be because like this part's broke in. This part still like doesn't have many hits on it.
I think the barrel's super responsive. I think it's in the handle.
Okay.
So what a good time for a segue into some close-ups and talk about some specs of this thing. This thing is approved for USSSA, NSA, and ISA play. Features a composite handle and a 13-inch composite barrel. Features what is called the incremental load, and it's something that we're not absolutely sold on yet. Some bats it's felt good, some bats it's felt kind of off. This one didn't feel good or bad. We wish it would have felt like it was more in the end. It kind of felt like the weight was kind of in the middle of the barrel. Looking at the compression tester, this thing was coming in at 265 after the swings that Adam got on it, and then the swings that we put on it on this day. And after that, it came in at about 253, according to the chart here. We did get some swings in after this video too, just for another project that we're working on that'll be coming up soon. So I'd say this bat's got about 350, maybe 400 swings on it by now. So to see it holding compression is a good thing, you know, especially with it being a little bit cooler. I got a couple of guys out here that can barrel a ball up pretty good, which will also kind of help the compression come down. So to see the Pure holding compression doesn't surprise us. They do a fairly good job of that. Pure seems to have found the sweet spot of performance and holding compression, so we do enjoy swinging them for that reason. Now, as far as overall thoughts on this thing, it was a little bit of an interesting bat for us. It was one of those bats that you loved the results you got out of it. You didn't necessarily go crazy for the feedback that you got from it. There was some balls that you would hit it and you were like, damn, that felt good. And then there's other balls that you would see come off of there well, and you're like, did I miss that? But the performance tells you that you didn't miss it. It was kind of an interesting thing. It really stung your hands unless you lived in the middle of the barrel, and don't try working out towards the end. I don't know if it's because the handle is too flexy or if it's too stiff. Personally, I feel like an alloy handle on this would be really good. I feel like something that would kind of like maybe soak and absorb some of that feedback up, or something a little more flexy for that same reason. Because I don't remember any of the NDM series kind of giving us that vibe in the hands, and that's what we're most familiar with. But it's no doubt that the performance of this thing is definitely right up there with some of the top tier bats in the 240 space. Just don't expect this to be something that's going to be all that forgiving. And I feel like the incremental load rant that we have is just something that's going to kind of be hit or miss. We don't expect every bat to be weighted the same. I feel like it's impractical for people to expect every single bat to be weighted the same when it comes to a line of bats. Switching lines of bats, maybe they want it weighted a certain way. If you don't like that bat, then find something else. You know, it's not a matter of, complain about it, put it on a scale, figure out which weight you need. Just sell that one and get another one. We're getting to the point now with the 240s that there's a lot of good offerings on the market from just about every brand. So if you don't like something, don't force yourself to like it. Get something else. Prime example of that is going to be in the video that you'll see coming up. Going to be doing a comparison between this and the Easton Alpha. So be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for that. And also, don't forget, if we hit 20,000 subscribers this year, we're giving away 20 bats. Get to work, guys. What are you doing? Click the subscribe button down below. Pass it around. Share it around with your friends. Got all kinds of good content coming. You don't want to miss it. That's it for this video, though, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Huge shout out to Pierre for making this video possible for us. Thanks to Brian to bring all them biscuits out. Thanks to Spencer for the hitting lessons, as always. Swing hard in case you hit it. BP here. Catch you next time. There you go. See, that's what's hard about getting on your front foot with that high pitch. It's like it's hard to stay underneath it when you're fucking, just like you said, your hands were, yeah.
So I have to shorten my step.
I mean, for me, what I do, which, obviously I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like when I see it's high like that, I'll try and sit back a little bit on it and then try and get up through it instead of like getting out here and then just knocking the bottom off of it.
Right. That okay, Dad?
Okay.
Sounded good. Thunder, man. Feels good. What it? I felt that in the hands.
Ooh, shit.
Lined off, boy.
So are you...
Let's do that, I guess.
Yeah, Dad?